So the time is almost here. We are roughly around about 8 days away. That's crazy to actually say. We're like just a week or so. We'll just say a week. We're like a week away from the first year anniversary. Bruh. Time flies past, but yeah, a week. Next week is anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. Next week is anniversary. What a time. So, with all that being said, obviously there's a lot being planned. More so, this is more than likely, by the sounds of it, is probably going to be one of the biggest new job change for Sanjuro, of course. Now, with all of that, make some good preparations ahead of time. Alright, so, first things first, as per usual, I'm hoping you guys are doing the same thing. Save your activity funds. Hopefully you guys have been saving it. If you have, W. If not, it's not the end of the world. All it is that once the new, because of course, as I've said before, I was like, I've got a suspicious feeling that we're going to be getting an additional 5 levels. Lo and behold, we are. So it's a good thing I went ahead of time and started saving. I don't know why, but I just had a gut feeling that they were going to give us, because we already knew that a new job change was happening for the anniversary, or for the new workshop Brilliant Light. So with that, typically levels will be added, and lo and behold, that is the case. So if you haven't already, you can add an additional week's worth of XP. So even if you haven't saved up for the longest time, it's fine. If you want to start now, then you've got a whole week's worth of XP that you can just kind of gather, and then when the update goes live and the additional 5 levels get added, boom, you get yourself hopefully at least an extra level or so. It's going to be a lot of XP, but yeah, just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that one. So make sure that you are saving your activity funds and not claiming them on a daily basis. Now, with all of that, so with each job change, as you guys can see, is introduced a new blessing stones or a ruin, of course. Now again, with the ruins, depending on what it is, of course, it will have a set of 4. So ruin wise, we kind of know what to expect. Obviously with the blessing side of things, each blessing is individually unique, and typically we'll get 1 for free, but in the past we've seen where 1 gets added for free, and then at the very least we've seen an additional remaining 3 get added into the fusion side of things. I think it's been 3 or 2, but it's never been anything too crazy with them just kind of throwing a whole bag's worth. Well, that's about to end, because of course during the anniversary, and they have clarified this and confirmed it, that it's not going to be the casual 3 to 4 to what we're used to, right? We're getting a full-on 9 set of blessing stones. 9. Now again, a final update when it comes to the supporter side of it. The newest season is about to end. Obviously the extension period is available, so if you guys do want to extend your support, please do so. Next week we will be picking winners for the essence packs. We'll be picking winners for the deluxe pack, or the deluxe pass, of course. Again, this is more so for the anniversary deluxe pass that we'll pick the winners for. So again, monthly essence pack for a load of my supporters, and I mean a load of you guys. We're going to be giving away deluxe passes, and after that, when the anniversary is happening, we'll also be giving away some anniversary packs. So yeah, just a reminder, the extension for supporting is up and running. So if you guys do want to get involved with the giveaways and whatnot, it's there for you. Just keep on supporting your boy, and it's as easy as that. Waiting on the final code to give out to you guys, so gonna get that sorted and situated, and then yeah, I'll go over every other code before it ends, so that way yeah, all those that support me have gotten every single code. So yeah, that's the plan of action, boys. So next week we start picking winners and get the anniversary going. Here it is. In terms of confirmation, I'm sure we're all aware of this, but to those that look past it or aren't aware, again, just bring this to light so that you guys have a full week's worth ahead of time to prepare. But obviously the level expansion is happening. A new job change will be happening. Again, the new job change we knew about like a month or so ago, so this was something that, again, we should have kind of really been aware of and prepared for and whatnot. But this, I don't think anyone expected this. 9 new blessing stones. Christ on a bike. This could very well change up a lot of things. Now, out of the 9, I don't know how many they're going to give out for free, because like I said, with the new job change, for the most part we've always been given 1 blessing for free, right? And then the remaining 2 or 3 or 4 that they add on during that job change gets thrown into the fusion side of things, of course. If there's 9, give me 3. Give me 4, right? I'm gonna need them to bless us real quick, because that is a hell of a lot of blessing stones, and that could very well change the game itself. You also have to keep in mind, with the whole amplification system happening, that is going to be not happening in Anniversary. It's going to be confirmed for June. Yes, so the update after. So you don't have to worry about amplifying, because I mean, hey, if you're dropping 9 blessing stones and then you're now doing the whole amplification system, like, mother of God, that is just system overload. That is way too much happening. Way too much happening. So yeah, it seems like they're giving us a break, especially the fact that we're getting 9. Okay, with that being said, I should really also say this. I mean, it's kind of a given, but make sure that where am I going? Make sure that you've got your fragment blessings, powders, call it what you will, at the ready, boys. Alright, so obviously, yeah, hopefully you guys have been saving it, right? Because we're gonna need, god damn, 2 mil, Jesus. Anyway, make sure that you're saving it. Not only that, if you want to get ahead of the game, keep in mind the whole this little fusion system. You can, if you have any additional, do I have any? Oh, there you go. So yeah, if you want to kind of be ahead of the game and try your luck, I mean, it will cost you 1,000 essence, just bear that in mind. So it might be wise to just kind of use the blessing powders for the time being, but if any of the 9 come out to be super broken, then we can cater to those, as they could potentially be worth. But it's best to kind of hold the phone, see what we got, test a few things out, and then we'll dive straight on in on what to look out for. So this was, I believe, the latest on what Arcus kind of showed us. If you're in the Discord that I have down below, you can see all of this, by the way. So yeah, it's Arcus' Discord, so shout out to the homie. But that's an addition. That's a new one. That's a new one. That's a new one. That we've got. That's a new one. That's a new one. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we've got that already. 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8. And as you guys can see, some of these ones that were not even in the game up until recently, for example, with this, the heart one, what other ones are there? That's a new one that recently was added to the game. So that's a new one that was recently added to the game. So these ones are still yet to be added into the game, and if we're getting 9, you best believe it, these are going to be being added into the game, of course. So clearly we're getting some form of I mean, yeah, these kind of are giving me some dodging vibe, of course. So there's that. I mean, this could be something special, boys. You know, gold is always an issue, so this could be something huge in terms of increasing our gold output. So I'm eager to see on how this is going to be playing out. Now, another thing which I'm seeing is this whole amplification system. And if you can look at certain blessings, there's symbols being added. So I'm curious on what more we're getting out of the and if there is selective paths that we can take with blessing. So obviously with bloodlust, of course, there's some form of timer. Maybe you get some extra time. And then with this blessing right here, where I believe, if I can remember correctly, you do more damage when you're behind the enemy. Maybe this symbolizes being able to do critical hit damage, like more critical hit damage, right? We could see something along the lines of that. I mean, that's when I see that type of symbol, I think about crit, of course. So that's something that's very interesting that I just barely saw, of course. That could very well cater to more so of the amplification system in terms of amplifying and improving it and making so that the current blessing stone is better. Now keep in mind, in order to amplify, it does require the same, I believe it's either the same rarity. So for example, in order for us to amplify the Bloodlust at, I guess, in the high rarity state, which is the red state, we have to have another one. That or a legendary version of it will work. We haven't had a full-on confirmation if it will require a secondary red of it, or if we can utilize a legendary version to amplify it, of course. But that's the amplification stage. That's something that you guys can take note. And I will say, if you guys do want to kind of stay ahead of the game, make sure that you are at least saving. So for example, when the amplification does happen, I've got 2 sitting right here, right? I'm just make sure you're keeping at least 1 copy of like some of the good blessings, so that way if it is that we can then use the legendary versions, then boom, we're sorted, we can amplify. So just kind of want to also throw that in the midst if you guys do want to kind of be prepared ahead of time. Oh, there we go, that's another one. I forgot this one. Wait, hold on, I think that's 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6. No, that's already been added. 6 7 8 9. Oh, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. We found them all.